Hi friends. So today is lesson 16, so it's gonna be a short one, right? So let's straight go to the previous homework that you have done. Okay, can you please mark one by one on the variables, on the constants here, okay, just in case if I mislook your answers. Okay, so number one here, please tick, double check again. And number two, I've discussed this already, and I want you to double check again. Alright, number 3, and this is number 4, and number 5, number 6. Okay, number 6 is your homework, right? Okay, so number 6, tick on the answer. I think this question should be no problem. Okay, you divided by the whole thing divided by x squared. Alright, so question number 7. Okay, you look at question number 7. There are a variety of answers here. Okay, I've shown you here a few of the possible answers. Okay, so the first possible answer is that the working is by dividing by x, y. Okay, this whole thing is divided by xy in this case. So if you divide by xy, then your big Y will be 1 over y, big X, and m and c here. Okay, your big Y and big X, no constants, and your m and c, no variables. Okay, so this is acceptable. Or you can actually divide everything by only x. Okay, so if you divide everything by only x, you will have another possible sets of answers. Y equals to, big Y equals to y, big X equals to y over x, and m and c is here. You see, it's different from the first from the first set of the answers. Okay, but you will still get straight lines. Okay, if you plot your big Y against your big X using 1 over y and 1 over x, you will still get a straight line. Okay, with your gradient is 4 lah. Okay, but if your big Y is y, your big X is y over x, you will still get a straight line, but the gradient will be negative 4 over 3. Okay, and another set of possible answer is that the whole equation, the whole non-linear equation, you divide by y. You look at this. So when you divide by y for everything, you will have a few possible answers here. Okay, which gives you a different y. Look at this tree. Okay, this tree as in this first one, second possible, third possibility. Your y and your big Y and your big X, your big Y and your big X are all different. But this will give you a straight line also. Straight line, straight line, straight line from non-linear to a linear form. Okay? So this is not fixed to only one possible straight line. Okay? It can be a few types of straight line. It depends on your big Y and your big X. Okay? And it depends also with your non-linear equation. Alright, so let's look at number 8. Okay, number 8. Here, you can tick this answer. I think no problem. This one, all of you get correct. And then this part here, if you write x to the power of 5 over 2, also acceptable. Okay? It's like this 2 when you plus with, this is power half, right? You plus is 5 over 2, so it's also acceptable. It's the same thing. Alright? Okay, so today we'll go to different type of questions. Okay, different type of non-linear equation also. So you look at question 12. Okay, question 12. So now we want to reduce this non-linear to linear. I give you a few seconds to think of how this one works. How you want to change this to y equals to mx plus c. Okay, I give you a few seconds to think. Okay, if you want to think more, you can pause the video and try it out on your own. Okay, this one is actually quite easy, but it's something different with the previous 11 questions. Maybe you've never seen this before. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is I move this x cubed to the other side, become minus. Y minus x cubed equals to px plus q. There you go. This is your big Y, your big X, and your m and c. Yep. You look at your y. The condition is very easy. Your big Y and big X don't have m and c. Your m and c don't have your x and y. Okay, so this one is y equals to y minus x cubed. Big X equals to x. Okay, please take note on your y and your x, your big Y and big X. Please write in a capital letter. You don't write x equals to x like this, okay? It seems like same thing. You write big X equals to small letter x. Okay, and your M is P and your C is y-intercept will be your Q. Yep, that's it for question 12. And now let's focus on question 13. Okay, you look at question 13. This one. How are you going to make this non-linear to y equals to mx plus c? This is the question here. How are you going to change that to y equals to mx plus c? Okay, so here, this kind of questions, if you see there is a power of constant, okay, power of constant, then what you're going to do here is you make it into log, something with a log. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I add log in both sides. So it will become log y equals to log ax, and hello log. It's been a while since we last met. Okay, so until here, but how this log helps us to change this non-linear to linear? Okay, so we need to apply some law of log. Okay, so some law of log here. So after you log both sides, what you need to do here is you break this into 2. Like that. Okay, this is law number 2. If you remember, you break it into 2 log. Okay, single log times. This is basically your single log times. Break it into double log plus. Right? Okay, so the thing here is when you add 2 logs here, add 1 log here, add 1 log each at the side, you don't move the end down. Okay, you don't do that. Okay, you don't do that. Why? Because when you have log ax and this power n belongs to only x, it's not belongs to the a. Okay, so you cannot bring the n here, cannot. Okay, but in what condition you can move the n? Okay, the condition is if your ax bracket with n means that this power n is also belongs to this a. Okay, if this n also belongs to this a, then the n you can officially move it down. Okay, but here no negative, right? There's no negative. I mean, there's no bracket here, so it means that this n is only belongs to the x. Okay, so you need to divide them. I mean, break it into 2 parts first. Then only you can move this n down. Okay, so log y equals to. So after that, you can see this is your big Y, this is your big X, this is your M, and this is your C. Okay, basically this is y equals to mx plus c. If you want to arrange it nice, then you arrange like this. Log y equals to log x, n log x plus log a. Then you can see your y equals to mx plus c. Okay, or if you leave it like this also can, as long as you can see which one is your big Y, big X, M and C. Okay, so Y is equals to log Y, X is equals to log X, your M is N, and your C is log A. Okay, that's for question 13. Okay, so now let's look at question 14. So question 14 here, you look at the E. This E is exponential punya E ya. It's not the E as in algebra E. Okay, it's not the unknown E. In this case is exponential. Okay, normally in algebra we don't write E because E means for exponential. It's meant for exponential. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, since it's involving exponential, what I'm gonna do here is I learn both sides, ln both sides. Okay, I give ln for both sides, so ln y equals to ln a e bx. Okay, so the law of log here applies. Okay, you apply law of log here. So what you're gonna do is you separate this ln A plus ln E bx. Okay, so as I said just now, this bx is only belongs to this E. It's not belong to the A. So you cannot move it down. Okay, you cannot move the whole bx down. You don't move it down like this. No, you don't do that because you have a A there. So what you're gonna do, you need to separate them first. Okay, so after this, you can bring down the bx. So ln y equals to ln A plus bx ln E. So ln E is 1. This one equals to 1. Okay, then we have our y here, big Y, and this is our big X, and this is M, and this is C. If you want to arrange it nicely, then ln y equals to bx plus ln A. Is that okay? Okay, so like this. So x is x, your M is B, and your C is ln A. Okay, now let's look at question 15. So question 15 here, you see there's an E there. Okay, but do you actually really need to add the law of log? Do you really need to add log or ln here? Not really, So I can actually do this. I divide everything by x. So this will be EY over x equals to PX minus Q. Okay, after dividing by x, then x squared become x. QX will become Q. Okay, so that's it. This is your big Y already. This is your big X, and this is your M, and this is your C. Okay, so Y is equals to EY over X, and X equals to X, M equals to P, C equals to negative Q. Okay, E is not constant. E is considered as exponential, just like your log. So you allow log ln E in your X and Y. Right? Okay, let's look at question 16 now. Okay, I give you a few seconds to look at this, and how do you think you want to make this into y equals to mx plus c? If you divide by x, you divide by y, cannot, right? So what you're gonna do is add on log. Okay? Add on log for both sides, and then law of log tells you to separate this into 2. Okay, because it's a product, it's a times, so you make it into double log plus, and then this log 10 is equals to 1. Okay, so I can move down my P, I can move down my Q, okay. So after that, to make it into y equals mx plus c, I move this like this. Okay, I move my negative, my Q log x move become minus. Okay, so can I make this as my big Y? The answer is cannot, because there is a P here. It's a constant, it belongs to constant. So what I'm going to do is divided by P for all. So when I divide by P, here will become over P, and here also become over P. So basically P is for your denominator at the other side. Okay, so this one over P in front also can. If like this also can. It's the same thing as this. These two are the same thing. So I will just put it in front because that will be my gradient. This is my M, this is my C, and my Y and X. Okay, Y equals to log Y, X equals to log X, M equals to negative Q over P, and your C is 1 over P. Okay? Alright, so 17 until 22 will be your homework. I'll give you a little bit of hint here. Question 17, what you're gonna do is you add on log both sides. Okay. And 18, perhaps you can ask hint from me. Okay. I want you to try to do it by your own. Please don't copy from your friend. You don't learn anything. Okay. So that's all for me today. So your task for this lesson 16, is question number 12 until 22. Okay, lesson 16 is from number 12 until question 22. Okay, please write still in this table. Okay, make it neat and please print it out. I mean put it in PDF file. Okay, save as PDF file. And when I return back to you, please open the PDF again to double check if there is any changes. Okay, because I will mark each of you on a PDF file that you send to me. Okay, if you don't see any changes after I return back to you, please let me know. Maybe it's not in haven't synced, my OneDrive haven't synced with your assignment in PDF form. Okay, if just let me know, I will send to you privately. All right. So I see you again in next lesson. Okay, today's lesson is very short, right? Okay, I hope you don't take it for granted by just copying blindly. Right, see you guys again. Bye.